Hello, thank you for joining me today for this response to the presidential debate. It is not, therefore, a normal give him 15, but a give him 15 extra. Since I'm confident about who should and shouldn't be our next president, I did not watch last night's debate live, but spent the time walking my backyard praying. I have, however, seen many clips, heard much analysis, and read quite a few responses. I was confident Trump would be in command of the issues, as he was. In light of that, I felt that his demeanor and attitude would determine the effectiveness or inadequacy of his performance. Most feel he did well in this regard. Strong, but not mean-spirited, assertive, but not overtly argumentative, confident, but not arrogant. Biden, of course, was an unmitigated disaster in every way, which was no surprise to many. This begs the question, what is the overriding plan in all of this? The left is devious, but not stupid. They have a plan. It is now time to make some direct statements saying what many believe but are hesitant to say. Anyone with an ounce of common sense can see that Biden is unfit for the presidency. With no disrespect whatsoever, most would say that were he an ordinary citizen and the possibility existed, he wouldn't be trusted with a solo trip to the local drugstore. No caring family would dare trust him with the car keys, not just for his own safety, but for that of everyone else on the road. And no family or leaders of a political party would trust him to debate in front of millions, let alone run a nation. Biden is clearly not in charge, all of which raises several questions. Did Biden's decline escalate and progress more rapidly than expected? Did those pulling the strings initially think they could use him for 8 years? If they thought so, this is clearly no longer the case. Did the Dems really want the debate? I doubt it. The conditions were so outlandish and unfair that no one would say yes to their terms, but Trump did, which probably sent panic to those in charge along the lines of hell's panic when Jesus showed up demanding the keys. When Trump said yes, did Biden's handlers hold out hope that with a week of rest, dozens of hours of prep by 15 to 20 experts, and probably the list of questions, possible drugs, and their lopsided terms, Biden could bluff his way through 90 minutes? If that was their hope, it was dashed in less than 10 minutes. But I'm not sure those in control could have been that delusional. Was the embarrassment of Biden's Thursday night performance part of a plan to replace him? I've repeatedly said that I don't believe Biden will be on the ticket in November. That isn't prophecy, just an educated opinion and a feeling I have. I felt that with his rapid decline, he could not continue to fool Americans enough to be reelected and remain the puppet of the puppeteers behind the curtain. But these managers have no intention of stepping aside. When seeing Biden's free fall, was this debate the beginning of their replacement plan? Perhaps. If so, will Biden continue cooperating with those in control and step aside at the most fortuitous time for the replacement to be inserted? Or has he, in his demented state, bullish nature, and tremendous arrogance, convinced himself that he is fit and up to the job? Has he now rebelled against his handlers? He says he isn't stepping down. This, of course, could simply be part of the plan. Wait for the right time. If Biden does buck those in charge, what will they do? They do have a plan. And they won't willingly give up power. Biden is unelectable and will be removed unless they have a plan or crisis prepared with which to take the election in some other way. And finally, who are they? They do exist. There may be a point person, but clearly a group of people is ruling America. I don't know who, but they would have to be comprised of ultra-rich individuals. The money behind them is mind-numbing. Globalists. They are intent on fundamentally changing America into a weaker, poorer nation, no longer capable of leading the free world. Marxists. They espouse socialist ideologies, not capitalism and free enterprise. Those with antichrist dogmas and ideologies. They oppose the church, biblical morality and ideals, and America's Christian roots. People connected to the Democrat Party. This is who they have placed in power. And ruthless individuals. They want power at any price, including money or blood. Call me a conspiracist. I don't care. Any honest person can see that Biden is not in control of the presidency. And the most likely scenario is that a small group of people is now pulling the strings, trying to destroy the America we have known. I am blatantly stating these things to emphasize that we must keep praying. The powers trying to destroy America are not finished. I say again, they have a plan. Part of that plan has been to destroy and or defeat Trump, one of the few people in the world who can withstand their attacks. I believe they will fail. But they are so entrenched in our nation that only God can enable us to defeat them and turn America around, regardless of who's president. We have a promise that America shall be saved. I, like many others, have a clear word from the Lord that he is not finished with America. If we continue to repent and appeal to him for his aid and support, he will do as he promised. Keep praying, church. Keep praying. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you Monday.